So let's talk about how Pesticides Act 1974 and the Poisons Act 1952 protect the community. The Pesticide Act 1974 and the Poisons Act 1952 are two important laws in Malaysia that play a major role in protecting the community. This act regulates the control, sale, storage and use of hazardous chemicals to ensure public safety, human health and environmental protection. So, the Pesticide Act 1974 protects the community by ensuring that only registered and approved pesticides are allowed to be sold and used in Malaysia. Before a pesticide can be registered, it must be evaluated by the authorities to confirm that it is safe, effective and properly labelled. This act protects the community in several ways. Firstly, it prevents exposure to dangerous or unknown chemicals. Unregistered pesticides may contain highly toxic substances that can cause serious health effects such as poisoning, skin irritation, respiratory problems or long-term illnesses. By banning unregistered products, the Act reduces the risk of accidental or intentional misuse. Secondly, the Act ensures that pesticides come with clear labels and uses instruction. Proper labeling helps users understand how to handle, apply and store pesticides safely. This reduces the chances of overdosing, misuse and environmental contamination. Thirdly, the Act protects the environment. Registered pesticides are assessed for their impact on soil, water, animals and plants. This helps prevent pollution and ecological damage that could indirectly harm the community. Overall, the Pesticides Act 1974 ensures that pesticides used in agriculture and households do not endanger public health or the environment. Poisons Act 1952 protects the community by strictly controlling how poisons are stored, labeled, sold and handled. This act is especially important in preventing accidents involving children and unauthorized individuals. Firstly, the act requires poison to be stored securely and kept out of reach of children. Proper storage reduces the risk of accidental poisoning in home, shop and workplace. Secondly, the act ensures that poisons are clearly labeled. Clear labels warn users about the dangers of the substance and provide instructions for safe handling. This helps prevent confusion and accidental consumption. Thirdly, the Act limits access to poison by ensuring they are only handled by authorized and trained persons. This reduces misuse, illegal distribution, and unsafe handling of toxic substances. By enforcing strict storage and handling rules, the Poisons Act 1952 helps prevent poisoning cases, protect vulnerable groups, and promotes a safer living and working environment.
In this video, you can see a criminal use of poison under the Poison Act 1952. The Poison Act 1952 makes it a crime to use poison on purpose to hurt other people, such as splashing poison on someone's face. This law protects the community by stopping people from using chemicals to harm others and by allowing the authorities to take actions against offenders. And it also helps to keep everyone safe. So in our role play, the misuse of poison shows how dangerous it can be and why this act is crucial to protect people's life.
Industrial hygiene plays an important role in protecting workers and the public from health hazards arising from the use of hazardous substances. In Malaysia, the control and regulation of toxic chemicals and pesticides are essential to prevent poisoning, occupational disease, environmental contamination, and long-term health effects. Without proper legal control, exposure to poisons and pesticides can lead to serious injuries, chronic illness, or even death. Therefore, this video focuses on two important laws related to industrial hygiene in Malaysia, namely the Poison Act 1952 and the Pesticide Act 1974. These acts were introduced to regulate the importation, sale, storage, handling, and use of poisonous substances and pesticides in order to safeguard public health, workers' safety, and the environment. Through this presentation, we will explain the purpose of these acts, discuss a real case related to their implementation, identify their weaknesses, and provide recommendations to improve their effectiveness in ensuring a safer and healthier working environment.
Weakness for Pesticide Act 1974. First, control over access to highly toxic poison can still be exploited by individual with criminal intent. Number 2, difficulty in detecting criminal intent before the offence occur despite existing legislation. Number 3, enforcement is largely reactive, with action taken only after harm has occurred. Number 4, limit monitoring and tracking of high-risk poison purchase. And lastly, low public awareness and reporting of suspicious behavior related to poison measure. Weakness for Poison Act 1952. First, lack of regular inspection and monitoring of small retail permits selling poison. Number 2, low awareness among shop owners regarding legal equipment for safe poison storage. Number 3, inadequate enforcement action where warning may not be sufficient to ensure long-term compliance. Number 4, limit public awareness about the danger of openly accessible poison. Lastly, absence of mandatory child-proof storage standard in some retail setting.
In this case, a university student in Kota Marudu was charged under the Poisons Act 1952 for selling products containing scheduled poisons without a valid license. The student was found in possession of unregistered health products containing substances classified as poisons, which are strictly controlled under the Act to prevent misuse and protect public health. Under Section 13A and Section 22(2) of the Poisons Act 1952, it is an offence to possess or sell poisons without authorization. The court fined the student RM3,000 with imprisonment as an alternative if the fine was not paid. This case highlights the importance of regulatory control over poisons to prevent health risks and ensure only licensed and qualified persons are allowed to handle or sell such substances. So let's begin with another discussion. In May 2025, the Malaysia Department of Agriculture together with the Royal Malaysian Customs Department seized 50,940 boxes of suspect unregistered pesticides at North Port Klang, Selangor. The total value of the seized product was estimated at about RM147,726. These products, identified as Zenden Microswap, were believed to lack proper registration and approval. Now let's discuss why this action was wrong and dangerous. This operation was conducted under the Pesticide Act 1974, the law that regulates the importation, sale and use of pesticide in Malaysia. The Act ensures that only pesticides that are registered and certified safe may be used in agriculture. So, the danger: unregistered pesticide may contain unknown active ingredients, unsafe doses or untested formulation. If used on crops, these products can lead to soil and water contamination, unsafe residues on food, and harmful effect on human health, animals and the environment. Unregistered products also lack proper labels and safety instruction. So, the lesson here: laws like the Pesticide Act exist to control the entry and distribution of unsafe agriculture chemicals so that food safety, environment health and public welfare are protected. Importing or distributing such product without registration is a criminal offence in Malaysia. Using unregistered pesticide poses risk not only to farmers but also to consumers who may be exposed to chemical residues in food. This can result in long-term health problems, acute poisoning and ecological damage. Let's begin our discussion. On 1 February 2023, the Department of Agriculture seized 10,125 packs of unregistered pesticide from an agricultural shop in Kampung Gajah Perak. The products were slug pesticide used to control golden apple snail in rice fields with a total value of about RM50,625. These pesticides were illegal because they were not registered under the Pesticide Act 1974. Further investigation showed that the products contain phenthine acetate, a highly toxic chemical that is banned in Malaysia. Despite this, the pesticide was still sold cheaply online. Under Section 23 of the Pesticide Act, selling unregistered pesticide is a serious offence and can result in fines or imprisonment. This case is important because unregistered pesticide can harm human health, damage the environment and threaten food safety. It also shows that the authorities are actively enforcing the law to protect the public.
In conclusion, the Pesticide Act 1974 and the Poison Act 1952 are very important laws that help protect the community from the dangers of chemicals. During our role play, we showed 3 serious situations, which is the sale of unregistered pesticide, the improper storage of poisons that cause harm to a child, and the criminal use of poison to hurt other people. These examples show how unsafe handling and misuse of chemicals can lead to serious injury or even death. The acts ensure that pesticides are registered, poison are stored safely, and anyone who misuses poison can be punished by law. By following and enforcing these laws, we can prevent any accidents, public safety can be maintained, and life can be protected.
So the recommendation is to strengthen the effectiveness of the Poison Act 1952 and the Pesticide Act 1974. Regular training and awareness programs should be conducted for workers, sellers, and users to ensure proper handling and safe use of poisons and pesticides. Enforcement by relevant authorities should be improved through stricter inspections and heavier penalties for non-compliance. In addition, clear labeling, proper storage, and safe disposal practice should be emphasized to reduce the risk of poisoning, and environmental contamination. These measures can help create a safer workplace and protect public health in Malaysia.